This can't be the end. Not yet, my friends. Not yet. Well, we definitely had a huge reveal. Lots of stuff went on. I don't know if I should just reiterate it. Obviously, there'll be some spoilers from episode 11, Skeletons in the Closet, and episode 12, Endgame for The Legend of Korra. This was definitely a great way to end the season. Right now, I am putting this in a video editor because I don't actually have a set TV I can film an image from. So, yeah. But I think this was a weird way to end the season, okay? There was definitely a lot of action. You had, Iroh showing up with his ships, airplanes blowing shit up, and, going to the airfield. You had two separate things. You had Korra and Mako going to infiltrate Amon's rally, and you also had the other side of the group going to infiltrate the airfield. It was definitely an interesting setup. And I must say, it took me by surprise. They finally reveal who Amon is, what his whole gig was, his backstory. And honestly, it was confusing for a couple of reasons. First of all, if you recall, okay, the entire story, it has been the battle between the people who cannot control the four elements and those who can. It was always the first episode you saw the triple threat triads, and they were abusing non-benders. And then you see, other groups. You understand how Hiroshi Sato's wife was taken by firebenders. Even Amon, even though he was lying, he said that his face was taken by a firebender. I just think that the story was kind of leading to a plot of will Korra side with the benders or the non-benders. And Amon is this extremist for non-benders going for them. But once you figure out that Amon is actually a waterbender who uses a different form of blood bending to take people's bending away, and that he's Tarlok's brother, and then he was never ever connected with this, whole he really didn't care to start a revolution. It was only really to gain power. Pretty much, what are you left with? It doesn't really add to the sense that, there is still this conflict between non-benders and benders going on. Sure, Korra can now control all four elements. She's in the Avatar state. She got her bending back. She can give bending back, which is a new talent she learned at the end. I still think it's weird that the creators left it at this point, where basically you now have this, there's still a conflict between non-benders and benders, alright? There's no resolution. Everyone knows, all the non-benders are going to be like, well, what the hell? This dude comes out of nowhere, says he's going to help us, his name's Amon, and he turns out to be a big fake. He was a bender. He was a freaking, he was a hypocrite. So, even his lieutenant, the lieutenant was, freaking crazy. And I think when the lieutenant revealed who he was, it was kind of funny. It was kind of funny when you figure out who he really is. I think he was like someone from previous. I don't know who he is, but definitely it's weird. I'm only going to make this video 5 minutes long, but I just want to say that it's weird how they ended the season finale. It was great. They had great action. You had great fight scene. Korra finally learns to airbend. You had a great infiltration of the rally. It was great fight scenes, but again, I was not expecting. It took me by complete surprise. It was funny because I saw a lot of people on forums and on comments saying, oh, Amon could be a bender and he's lying. And I'm like, well, why would Amon lie? Everything's pointing to the fact that the non-benders actually have some footing. Even in episode 8, Tarlok was extending his power. He was being bloodthirsty. He was oppressing non-benders, and Korra had to make a decision in that episode who to side with. And I thought that would have been an ongoing, theme for the rest of the series, but all it was kind of like, it was kind of just like a quick resolution. They didn't really give much of a resolution. They're like, oh, okay, Amon was lying the whole time, and now we have to stop him. So it's like, I don't know. It was weird. That's really, if I had the decision to make a different finale, that's not how I would have done it. But, again, it was great. It was still great. It was still great how they ended it. There is going to be a season 2, but God knows when that'll happen. But when it does, I'll start doing video reviews. But for now, I guess we're set with that. So, yes, that is it for The Legend of Korra, episode 11 and 12, Skeletons in the Closet, and the Endgame review. Again, pretty weird. If you have any suggestions or maybe some comments or insight into this episode, please post them, and I will get back to you, and we can all discuss this crazy, crazy ending. So, that's it. Thank you for watching all my review videos, and I'll see you later.